not the best wind. Like, it's blowing the direction we would probably want it to go, but when it blows out hard, it's probably going to swirl a little bit down in there, so we'll see. Well, I was going to say, it's not as cold. It's pretty warm today, too. It's in the 50s. But it's supposed to drop into the 40s here in about an hour. Hopefully that cold air will start kicking in. It'll be even colder tomorrow, so hopefully as that air moves in, we'll start moving tonight.
Yeah. I'll see you out there.
We are in our stand for the night, and the wind is strong, but it's not as strong as I thought it might be down here in this little hollow here. It's kind of up and down, and we're kind of protected by the ridges, so it's not as bad as we thought it might be, but it's still kind of strong. So, anything to say? No. It's about 3:30, so we got in a little later than we wanted, but we haven't seen or bumped anything that we know of, so hopefully we see some action here in the next hour or so. Alright.
You want to talk? Got nothing to say? Alright. Well, it was a pretty uneventful evening. We knew the wind was not, because it was blowing, it was so windy. We knew they probably wouldn't be moving a lot, or at least not far from their bedding areas. And we were hoping that the cover, the bottom, we were hunting the bottom there, that the cover of the hills would, that they'd still move down through there to come to the pond to their water, to get some water. But we didn't see a thing all night, did we? Got skunked. And then, like Maddie said, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say we saw a hawk.
That was pretty cool. We saw a hawk perched about 40 or 50 yards from us for a little while, and we watched it. We got to see it fly off, but it was pretty cool. We didn't see any deer. And as we were climbing out, Maddie said, "This is the calmest the wind's been all night." She's right. It was supposed to die down, and it did let up some, but it still was kind of, there were some gusts throughout most of the evening, but it's calmed down right now, and overcast is, what we're hoping about the morning is it's going to get cold tomorrow, overnight tonight. There's an overcast coming in. It's going to be an overcast day all day tomorrow, and the wind's going to be calmer, a lot calmer than it was today, like 5 or 6 mile an hour wind, so that's a pretty good wind. So hopefully the morning, the wind keeps them bedded down for most of the night, and then they'll be since it kept them still for most of the evening, they'll move later in the morning tomorrow, into the morning tomorrow. Keep talking because I'm cold. That's what we're hoping.
I'm tired.
You're tired and cold. All right, truck's getting warm, so let's roll. All right, it is, I always forget what day it is. November 29th, the day after Thanksgiving, and we were supposed, last time that you saw the video, saw me on video, we said Maddie was gonna hunt in the morning, but Maddie decided that was actually supposed to be yesterday morning, and she decided she doesn't like to get up early for morning hunts, but Matthew is fine with it. So he's out now, and we're going to a different spot. This is actually one of my spots, and we're gonna got a little ground blind set up there for him, and got the crossbow. And Matthew, what's your goal? What do you just want?
10-pointer.
You want a 10? But will you take
Yeah.
another deer? You just, yeah, all right. But that's what we'd like to have. Yeah. You got anything about this morning? Anything you want to say this morning about today?
What about any day?
About any day?
But Maddie doesn't want to get up early.
Yeah, we don't understand.
I know why, because she wants to color.
Oh, is that what she's wanting to stay home and do today?
She cuddles on the computer.
Oh, she plays on the computer. That probably makes sense. I think she just likes to sleep in too. Yeah. But we're gonna have fun, and we're in typical day fashion running a little late on the morning hunts, so I can see daylight peeking over the hills over there. So it means we need to get dressed and into the woods. We don't have a long hike, but we're getting close to time. So let's wrap it up and get dressed and get headed in the woods. You ready? Yeah. All right.
We're in the woods. We're sitting down and we haven't seen any deer for a while, and it's almost time we go home.
Yeah, it's about 9:30, 9 to 9:30. We're going about 10. But we haven't seen anything yet, which is a little unusual for this spot. We usually always see at least something move, but haven't seen anything yet today.
We've seen them skulls and birds a lot.
We haven't, we've got a really good wind actually today, blowing up the hill at us from where the deer typically come. So hopefully we'll see something in the next half hour, 45 minutes before we leave.
Well, we'll see you on the next stop.
Recap of this morning, Matthew and I got up and went over near where my tree stand is, and about 20 yards, maybe 30 yards from where my stand is, but we hunted on the ground, and insisted that we do our recap while we were hunting, and we were whispering, so I don't know how well you could hear everything he said, but basically we didn't see anything, and I typically always see at least something move over there. I might not always get a shot at it, but there's typically always deer moving over there, but we didn't see anything today, so we still had fun. He was still excited and came home excited, and had a good time this morning. And now we are headed out since it's the evening and somebody's nocturnal.
I'm back.
Go ahead, Maddie.
I don't know what you're saying.
Well, where are we going?
Well, we're going to Pat's.
Same stand.
Same stand, yeah. It's Thanksgiving break.
It's Friday after Thanksgiving. Weather is cool, like 40 degrees right now and dropping. And we've got a good overcast evening. The wind is actually gonna be at our backs tonight, which is not where we would really want it to come from. But again, down in that bottom is not, I mean, it's only like 1 or 2 mile per hour wind anyway, so it shouldn't be a big factor, but we'll see. Especially right at the base of a hill, right behind us, so the wind's really not going to be, hammering us. But we'll see how it goes. Are you still holding out for that buck? Still the goal? All right, that's what we're looking for. Hopefully we see one coming in late in the evening, headed to the pond, or to feed, or one or the other. Or maybe still chasing a doe that maybe made it through the rut. Buck's still looking for that doe to pair up with. That's all I got.
Bye. We saw some pretty good buck ones too. All evening. Not the blind, I'm sorry, the stand, and we didn't really see anything. Then it was getting dark out, and then of course, right when it was getting dark out, we heard heard something coming from behind us, and we were like facing each other, not moving, and then we thought it would have been in front of me, but it was behind me, so my dad could see it. It was a huge buck, and it went, I don't, you tell me where it went, you were watching.
Well, we've got that hill right behind us, and it was almost like it crossed like from over, or came down like straight behind it, because we thought we heard it right here at first, but then it came down, and she was sitting on this side of me, we were facing this way, so it came down behind us and came down off the hill, and it got to the spot where we had walked up to get to our stand, and it kind of stopped for a minute, and I thought, oh no, it smells where we came in, but then it went a little bit further up that same trail, and the wind was blowing wasn't really blowing the direction it was in, but maybe it was just, and it was a real light wind, like barely even blowing, like 1 or 2 miles an hour tonight, but it got a whiff of it didn't like something, and it didn't take off hard, just right back up behind us and crossed right back the way it kind of came from, and stood right here for a minute, and it was dark, and I asked Maddie, I whispered to her, I said, do you want me to be real aggressive? Because I knew we weren't going to have a chance unless we got it within the next few minutes. And she said, yeah. So I tried to do a snort wheeze, and it was probably a little too close for that. I don't know. But it took off a little further, and then it stopped again. Like, it didn't spook it real bad. It just, and it walked off the next hill.
I only saw its tail. I didn't see its body, or its face, or its head.
When it came down,
the antlers.
I just said to Maddie, it's about time to wrap it up or to head out or something like that. She said, yeah. And we were looking at each other like this, whispering that, and that's when we heard the leaves crunching behind us. So we were kind of stuck like this, and it came down behind her. That's why she never got a good, because I kept saying, be still, be still. And when it got down here, I said, all right, turn. And it wasn't but a few seconds after that, whatever it smelled or whatever, it came back up the hill. So, but it never did see it, because like I said, it came right behind us and stopped. It never did see us.
Well,
and
I'm sure if I saw it, that would have made me even more disappointed. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't see it. But still, I really wanted to get something.
All right. Well, did you have fun this weekend? I told her on the way out, I said, now you're seeing firsthand the importance of scent control, because you're never gonna beat a deer's nose, but you just gotta try everything you can, play the wind and use the scent control and give yourself every opportunity to get one up on it, because you're just not gonna beat it. But we found that out the hard way tonight, didn't we? He got a whiff of something. He was within 30 yards. He was within a range too.
I was like holding my breath, and then when I heard it pounce away, I was like, so we went to Papa's today to hunt. We weren't on the stand. We were on the ground, so my butt hurt pretty bad.
But guess what time of day it was?
It was in the morning.
Maddie did a morning hunt.
I'm tired and my toes hurt because they're cold, but I mean, I'm alright. We didn't see anything this morning. We didn't hear anything either. We saw a couple squirrels, we saw a bunch of birds, and we saw one blue jay, and I don't know how many you saw, but I saw like 4 red cardinals.
There's a bunch of cardinals down there. They live, I mean, there's a ton of cardinals down in there.
Yeah.
There's usually a lot of deer, but that's twice in a row. I took Matthew the other day, and now you 2 mornings. The last 2 mornings we've sat there, I've not seen a single deer. Which is unusual.
Yeah. Well, Thanksgiving break, and we all, well, me and Dad went hunting at Pat's, and we saw a bunch of deer, but we didn't get anything. It's actually pretty cool. We saw 2 bucks, 6 doe, and 1 mystery deer. We're not sure if it's a buck or a doe. And then we went to Papa's today, and Matthew went to Papa's
Wednesday.
Matthew went to hunt at Papa's Wednesday, and we didn't see anything this morning, but it was fun. Cold. And here, Matthew.
We didn't really see any bucks or anything. We just saw a hawk and some squirrels. We went hunting out behind the church, and we sat and we saw into a large hole that Dad built. And we didn't see anything. We only saw the 2 things I said. Daddy's turn.
Dumb. Well, I had a lot of fun with you guys this weekend, and it was a nice long weekend, and we gotta get back to school now, and we've got another break in a couple weeks ago. Christmas break's coming up, and we'll be able to get out a little bit more then. But I had a lot of fun with you guys this weekend. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's turn it back to you guys. You guys are the stars.
Bye.